Abraham Lincoln is recognized as this country's greatest leader in most circles. So what were some of his lessons that are very worthy for us today? Let's find out. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, lead, and inspire. And I was inspired by an article by a gentleman named Spencer Sekulin, who was writing on this very topic, and I am shamelessly going to steal most of my prose today from his article, because when something is good, don't change it, use it, model it. First thing, let's talk about, these are some of Abraham Lincoln's principles. So here we go. Number one, success isn't solitary. It need not be for yourself. Quote, I'm a success today, this is from Lincoln, I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Unquote. Having somebody else worth succeeding for can make all the difference between success and failure. Be it a spouse, children, friends, mentor, or whoever else you love. When you have someone in your life who believes in you and encourages you to your potential, it's a catalyst towards effort and achievement. Nobody is a winner in a vacuum. Every success is a team effort, even if it's just a team of two. And when I think of that, my thought goes to a gentleman that I worked with named Gary Weiss, who I was with a company and he was the #1 producer in the company, and I was going up the ranks, and he saw that I was rising up and called me on the phone, and we started a partnership, a friendship, where we challenged each other to be top producers. And that relationship was something that would spur me on, because I would always say to myself, Gary's out there writing business. What are you doing sitting here twiddling your thumbs? Go out and write some business. So find somebody, find something that's going to motivate you to produce more, because every success is a team effort. Second principle from Mr. Lincoln, persistence, always. The quote, I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Unquote. Overnight success, most of the time that's a fantasy. Most successes are crafted over longer periods of time. The woodshedding, the hard work is done in the background and frequently is unseen and not respected. For example, how many clubs did the Beatles play in before they became the Beatles? I mean, they played over and over and over and over. Nobody is an overnight success. That's just not the way it works. But frequently, that's the way it appears. Persistence is one of the key components to success. It can make things a slow go to become exceptional at what you love to do, but like Lincoln, bear the habit. Never walk back. Keep going. Persist. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Third point from Mr. Lincoln. Don't give up. Ever. The quote, when you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Unquote. Now that's the other side of the coin persistence is on. There's going to be times in your journey and in your mind when the temptation to give up is huge, where the end of the rope seems right there, and that's okay, because that's part of the process. That's life. That's the gatekeeper of your best achievements. But you don't have to fall off the end of your rope. You hold on and you find the strength to climb back up. You persist and you show grit. How? By having the right reasons, having people worth fighting for, a dream worth sweating for, and a radical dedication to your purpose in life. The best example I can give you of that, unfortunately, from the American perspective, and this is what comes to mind, I lived through this, is the Vietnam War. Now clearly the United States of America is a vastly superior military power to whatever's happening in Vietnam. But during that time of the Vietnam War, the people of North Vietnam, they fought and they fought and they fought, and they were snipers, and they just would never give up. Their belief in their cause was what kept them going, and even though they were significantly overmatched from a military perspective, their persistence kept them going until finally the people in the United States said, what the heck are we fighting for? We're not getting this job done. Let's get the heck out of there. And they ultimately won because they were more persistent. That's just one example. I'm sure you can think of many on your own. Fourth point, create your successes in your mind first. Here's the quote. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Unquote. Now, we've gone over this so many times here on this channel that this is such a foundational piece of philosophy in order to hop on the success train. Nothing happens until you visualize it first. Until you can see it, you're never going to believe it. So the first thing you have to do is you have to create what you want in your mind, and then you got to go get it. Don't just wait around for things to flow to you or for serendipity to show its beautiful smile. While some successes are acts of chance, most are not. And life's greatest opportunities don't land on your lap, but are waiting out there. Sometimes all you have to do is ask. Keep in mind that opportunities are seldom labeled. You have to go out there and you have to get it. So visualize the life you want, the future you want, the growth you wish to embody. Ask. Dare. You get from life only what you dare to demand from it, and what we dare to believe that you're worthy of. So get those brain cells working and visualize a worthy goal that you can pursue. And before you're going to get there, before you get there, you have your phrase should be, I will see it when I believe it. Not I'll believe it when I see it. Okay? When I see it, then I'll believe it. Fifth point, sharpen your axe. This is one of Lincoln's most famous quotes. Quote, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Unquote. What are we saying? Preparation, preparation, preparation. Whatever you want to do, sharpen the axe. If you want to be a great writer, write. If you want to be a great speaker, practice. If you want to persuade somebody of something, take the time to try and understand from their perspective so that you can explain your perspective. You know, if great people are prepared. And the example I give that I think of most often is the athlete that's sitting on the bench waiting for his opportunity, and the immediate one that comes to mind is a gentleman named Tom Brady, who many people refer to as the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Here he was sitting on the bench, and the player in front of him got injured in the game. He got thrown into the game, but he was ready for action. He did the studying, he did the planning, he was in shape. He had the game plan down. So don't just sit on the bench and say, oh boy, I should be in there, I should be playing. When you're sitting on the bench, make sure that you're prepared to go into the game, whatever that game should be. You wouldn't want to go at a tree with a dull axe. Neither should you go at your passions, crafts, and dreams with a dull set of skills. Preparing, truly preparing, often makes a difference between a poor performance and excellence. So once again, I want to give a shout out to Spencer Sekulin for his tremendously good article, and I gave you 5 sayings from Lincoln today, we're going to go over some more the next time we get together. And because we're never going to end a meeting on a philosophical note, model the best, and Lincoln was one of the best. Let's get out there and take charge! I'm Eli's dad.